In this particular lesson, we are going to learn about WordPress themes and what they are. We have to understand WordPress themes because they form the backbone of every website that we design in WordPress. Therefore, you have to pay particular attention to this lesson as well, because choosing the right theme is very important and it will eventually determine how your website appears to your users. So let's get into it. When you come to the website that we are building, this is our dashboard. If you want to access the themes, it's under appearance. So appearance and themes. Appearance, themes. So let's explain what is a WordPress theme. When we talk about a theme, so let me just quickly open it and show you. You can see that we have three themes here. This is a theme called 2021. This is a theme called 2019. This is a theme called 2020. So these are default themes that comes with WordPress. And basically what a theme is, so let's go to live preview. Let's live preview this theme. A theme is basically a structure that somebody has created, okay? What you call a template. So they've created a website template for you. This is not nice, so you can't really visualize it, but I'll show you soon. A theme is something that someone else has created. So they've written the code for it and they've created the entire structure for you, your website, the structure, anything. So it's like they've given you a blueprint for designing your own website, okay? If it is in construction or building, I would say they have given you the plan, is it a plan or they call it blueprints, what the architect will draw for you. Okay, so now you know, like you have something to work with, or you have a plan that you can work with, or based on which you can build your own building the way you want, okay? So basically that's what a theme is. Somebody has written a code for us so that we can just go and plug in our details to use. We can, for themes, some themes that we are going to get are free, some are paid. We call them premium themes. So you hear free or premium when you talk about themes. It's either a free theme or a premium theme. In this particular course, we are going to be using free themes only. But if you want premium themes, sometimes depending on the functionality you want, it's not available in a particular theme but is in another, and that particular one is a paid theme. So you may want to go and get it. But for now, we are good to go with free themes. So this is currently the active theme, and that is how come you see our website looking like this. So the moment we change the theme, you will see that the nature of our site will change. So let me just change it for you. Let's activate this other one. Now the 2019 one is active. So refresh your site and you see the interface has changed, even though it's not nice. So we are going to look for nice themes. If you want to add a theme, once you come to themes, you go to add new. Themes and add new, and you see a list of themes. These are the popular themes. So as you can see, these are nice things that people have already designed for you that you can come here and just click on it and you are good to go. Okay, these are nice themes depending on the purpose that you want. If you want a new site, this one looks like one that you want to consider. Newsway, it looks very neat. You can consider that. You see this nice one. So if it is, let's say, a website for a school, you look for one that has like that kind of thing. If it is a marketplace or an e-commerce, you look for a theme that's a replica of that. Look at this, news app, looks well for a news site. So these are basically what themes are. Somebody has created a structure for you and you just go on and use that structure. So basically to install a new theme, let's say this Astra theme is what you want. When we start building the site, I'll show you the ones that I prefer and why I prefer them so that you also make your choice. But now we are just playing around them for you to appreciate and understand what themes are. So basically, this is the Astra theme. Let's go back. If you want to install, you can click on install. You can also click on details and preview. You can also preview. But let's install it. So when you're installing a theme, you install it. After installing it, I shouldn't have installed it first. Let me go back and show you something. When you go to your folder, I need you to understand this very well. When you go back to your folder htdocs and look for the domain name that you chose, mine was wdb.com. Okay, so this one, when you come here, look for WP content, WP-content. So WP-content gives you the plugins, the themes, and the like. So the themes, you realize that now we have Astra as a folder here. It's just because we installed it. If we had come here earlier, it wouldn't have been there. So if you are yet to install it, you can go and check there and you won't find it. So you open your XAMPP, open htdocs, open the name of the folder that you created, that's your domain name that you created. Then look for WP contents, and in WP content you look for folder themes, and you find the themes that are already installed there. This means that any theme that you install is taking space on your computer or the server if it is a live one. So I recommend that at least you should be able to uninstall some of the themes, the ones that you don't need, so that they don't slow down your website. Now you realize after installing Astra, we now have 4 themes on our website. So at least delete and leave only 2. 2 because if the one that you are currently having starts having issues, you may want to switch to another to see if the issue is coming from the theme or not. So my advice for you is that delete every other and leave 2 of them. Then after you install, it doesn't necessarily change anything here, because when you refresh it, it's still what it is. Okay, it means that we have not activated it yet. So when you check the 2019 theme, you realize it is activated, meaning that is the current theme that we are using. So the fact that you install a theme doesn't make it active. So these themes are installed, but this gives you a button to activate, meaning that's not the active one. This says activate, it's not the active one. This says activate, it means it's not the active one. These ones you don't have installed on them, meaning you have not installed it on your computer. So to activate or to make sure that that is the theme that you are using, let's say for this one, let's activate the Astra. Once you activate it, it's going to change the interface of your site. So the difference here is when you install, it's just that you have downloaded the website, the template that a person created, and you have saved it on your server or on your computer, but you are not using it. So if you want to use it, you have to activate it. The moment you activate it, refresh and see. The interface has changed. Okay, this is because you've installed a new theme. And I told you that the theme is like a blueprint that has been created for us. It's not like we have the whole structure and we just go. So it's a blueprint that gives us things that we can use to build our site. Okay, basically that is what the theme is. And some websites, for instance, Astra, create what we call starter templates. Starter templates for people like you who do not have any experience when it comes to building a website. And what the starter templates are that instead of just your theme as a blueprint, the starter templates are a whole website built for you. So that one, when you install it, after installing it, when you come, let's say if this was a starter template that we have here, if we had come here, you would have seen the exact images, the icons, the text that you are seeing, you would have seen the same thing. So the theme is a bit different. The theme is like, okay, I've given you this format that you can use to create your website. But the moment you install a starter template, it's like they've created the website for you. And it makes things easier. So always I would want to go ahead and install the starter template. So as you install Astra, now see, thank you for installing Astra. Did you know Astra comes with dozens of ready-to-use starter templates? So they are telling you, but mind you, it is not every theme that has starter templates. For instance, the 2019 theme that we were using initially does not have starter templates. Okay, so if you don't want to be able to, you are now starting out, so I don't fault you to not wanting to build everything from scratch. The best advice I can give you now is start working with starter templates. Learn how the elements are put together to form the website. Then as you learn from there and practice, you will now come to appreciate how it is done. That is the easiest way to master web design. Okay, so now let's go ahead and install the starter templates. Okay, so these are starter templates that Astra has. You can see, as you can see here, any of the websites that you see here, if you should go ahead to install it, you get the exact website that is here together with all the images, the text and everything. So you just need to change the text in there. That is what starter templates are. But you can see some of them are premium. I've explained already that when we say premium in web design or WordPress, it means that it comes at a cost, okay? So the ones without it are the free ones that we can use. So for instance, this is a free one if this is an online health coach website. So if I'm building something like this, I can just go ahead and choose this one. So these are a lot of them, 180 plus ready to import websites you can use. So let's go back and show you how you can install them. Okay, so when you come back, you realize get started over here. So you can use a get started, all right? You can use the get started over here, but if it is not available on yours, then you want to come to Astra options and you see get started as well. Okay, so let's get started from here. It's now activating the starter template plugin. So even though we are yet to get to plugin, let me just explain what plugins help us add extra functionality to our website. So it's going to install a plugin that will help us download these templates that they have already created. Then another plugin that is important is what we call a page builder. So if we want to create our individual pages, we need one plugin to help us put the things together so that I'll be able to say, okay, I want my button here, I want this one here. That is going to be done by the plugin, the page builder plugin. So there are a lot of them. Personally, I use Elementor, and as you can see, Elementor is compatible with the theme that we've selected now. It's not every one of them that's compatible with all the themes, but Elementor is compatible with as many as possible. Almost every site that I've built, I've used Elementor or Gutenberg. Gutenberg is using blocks. So sometimes if you are too new to it, I really do not, if you are someone who is more visual, then you should go with the page builders like Elementor and the likes. But the Gutenberg, maybe when you are gaining experience, you can start playing with it. It's quite easy, and the advantage of Gutenberg is that websites that are built with the coding blocks, as we call them, are usually faster than the ones that we build with our page builders like Elementor and Co. Okay, so for now, let's go with Elementor and click on it. It's going to select that one. Make sure it's install the Elementor plugin as well. The moment you start installing plugins, you can find all your installed plugins under plugins. So install plugins. Let's open it in a new tab. When we came here earlier, we had only this and hello word, the Akismet, anti-spam, and the Hello Dolly as the plugins. But now we have the starter templates plugin, and you see that has been activated. That's why we have deactivated. Whilst these ones we have activate. So these two we haven't activated them yet. In fact, we don't need them, so you can go ahead and delete. Just select one, check them, then come to bulk actions and go to delete, apply. So let's delete those ones and we'll know this is what we have already. Okay, then now these are the themes that we have. So you choose the one that you want to use. Any of them that you want to use. They are just playing around, so I can select anyone at all. Let me see. Anything that catches my attention. For now, I don't want us to start with, okay, let's start with this one, a local business. Okay, so when it comes to the starter templates too, there are two things that we can do. We can decide to import this whole website, this local business website that we have chosen. We have 4 pages presented to us. That's the about us, the contact, the home, and the services. All these pages are available for our use. So we can decide to import or install all of them together so that we have everything on it. Or you can decide that, okay, it's only the home page that is nice to me. So that is what I want. So I can decide to import the home page of this particular template and go and find another template and import the About Us page. Go and find a different template. So it's totally up to you. But to make things simple for now, we will just go ahead and import complete site. So the moment we import everything, it's going to change our website. Okay. So to serve more beautiful starter template, we would like to know more about you. Oh, you should forget this thing. So just choose them, anything, I don't know. It's not necessary. Skip this thing. Okay, so now it's important, and as you can see, it's installing the Elementor plugin. So you have to wait for it to install the plugin together with any other plugin that was used in building that particular template you are going to use. So it could be that when the person was building that template, they used extra plugins. I've talked so much about plugins, even though we are here to get to the lesson about plugins. But basically, I've explained that plugins help us add extra functionality to our theme or the website or web page that we create. So this is currently installing all the necessary plugins and importing the images, the text, and everything that has to do with that particular starter site that we chose. So the import is done now. Now let's go to our plugins page and see if there were any extra plugins installed. After refreshing, you realize that we have Elementor installed and you have WP Forms Lite. So meaning these two are the plugins that were used in building that website that we chose. And we can visit our site, but let's go back to the sample site that we're using and refresh it to see. See, now we have home, about, services, contact, and even the text has changed. The font has changed. Yes. So this is the website that we have created. Very beautiful, even though we didn't create any of these things. So we can go ahead and change them. We'll learn how to edit them in subsequent videos. But basically, you have created a very beautiful website. If a business has hired you to create a website for them, you can even present this to them. All you need to do is to provide the necessary information, maybe change the colors, the name of the company, their contact numbers, and the rest. But you have a website set up. So in subsequent lessons, we are going to learn more about these things and how to even make changes to them, how to edit and the like. I hope you've learned a lot from this video. This is a good point to pause and revisit all the things that you have learned. If you have any challenges, contact us or comment down below your concerns. You can also reach to us on the Telegram channel, the Telegram group, and we will help you out. All right, so I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye-bye.